the United Kingdom has long struggled with the murky history of so-called grooming gangs which have sexually abused thousands of young girls over the years. Britain now stands shamed before the world as the suppressed wrath is bubbling to the surface in petitions, calls for a public inquiry and demands for more accountability. A raft of erratic social media posts by the billionaire tech mogul Elon Musk has put a decades-long child sexual abuse scandal back under the political spotlight. In a flurry of posts on his social media platform X, Musk has taken aim at senior UK Labour figures, even UK's Prime Minister Keir Starmer. But why is Musk attacking Starmer, and what does it mean for the Labour government, which is desperate to build trust with the Trump administration? We tell you more.
Elon Musk, the world's richest man and Donald Trump's right-hand man, has triggered a political storm in the United Kingdom by continuously attacking Prime Minister Keir Starmer and his government. Since the new year, Musk has raked up an old scandal over grooming gangs, put out more than 50 posts on X on child sex abuse cases in the UK, and called for the release of far-right activist Tommy Robinson. But why is Musk attacking Starmer, and what does it mean for the Labour government, which is desperate to build trust with the Trump administration? The criticism began after Safeguarding Minister Jess Phillips formally denied requests for the Home Office to lead a public inquiry into child sexual exploitation and grooming in Oldham. He also appeared to blame Prime Minister Keir Starmer and argued that rape gangs were allowed to exploit young girls without facing justice during his time as Director of Public Prosecutions. In a series of posts on his social media site X, Musk described the Prime Minister as two-tire Keir, claiming there was no justice for severe, violent crimes, but prison for social media posts. Musk also shared a post asking whether King Charles should dissolve Parliament and order a general election for the sake and security of Britain. The grooming gang scandal has long been a flashpoint in UK politics. Investigations in towns such as Rotherham, Rochdale and Telford revealed widespread child sexual exploitation since the 1980s, often perpetrated by men of Pakistani descent. Reports suggested systemic failing of local authorities and law enforcement, with officials accused of ignoring or downplaying the abuse due to fears of being labelled racist. These failures have been seized upon by far-right figures like Tommy Robinson and Nigel Farage to stoke anti-immigrant sentiment. Starmer ran the Crown Prosecution Service between 2008 and 2013 when the scandal first erupted. Starmer had been Director of Public Prosecutions when a decision was taken not to prosecute alleged perpetrators in Rochdale. But there is no evidence to suggest that he was made aware of the details of the case at the time. Alongside posts about the grooming scandal, Musk has repeatedly raised the situation of Tommy Robinson, the jailed right-wing activist whose real name is Stephen Yaxley Lennon. In his post calling for Robinson's release, Musk appeared to suggest that he was imprisoned for his public outpourings about the grooming gangs, when in reality, Robinson has been serving an 18-month prison sentence after admitting contempt of court for repeating libelous and false allegations against a Syrian refugee in a documentary. Tommy Robinson could also be the reason for a falling out between Musk and Reform UK party chief Nigel Farage. After reports that the billionaire was in talks to donate to the party, Musk called for Nigel Farage to be replaced as leader of Reform UK, claiming he doesn't have what it takes to lead the party. Farage suggested this was due to a disagreement over Musk's support for Tommy Robinson. After initially refusing to take Musk's bait, Starmer finally broke his silence.
Those that are spreading lies and misinformation as far and as wide as possible, they're not interested in victims. They're interested in themselves. Those who are cheerleading Tommy Robinson, not interested in justice. They're supporting a man who went to prison for nearly collapsing a grooming case, a gang grooming case. These are people who are trying to get some kind of vicarious thrill from street violence that people like Tommy Robinson promote.
Before wading into UK politics, the German government had accused Musk of attempting to influence the country's February election through his support for the far-right Alternative for Germany party. But an election is not due to be held in Britain for another 4 years, and the Labour government, while unpopular, is still in control in parliamentary terms. At the same time, the US is the UK's closest and most important ally. Starmer has been trying to build a relationship with Trump in the hopes of exemptions from his tariff regime. But coming in the way of that could be Elon Musk, who seems to be the closest and most important ally of the incoming leader of America.
All right, let's try and get in some perspective, and for that I'm joined in by British journalist Hugh Langley. Recent developments impact the relations between 10 Downing Street and the White House, especially when Elon Musk takes over the Department of Government Efficiency and, of course, with Donald Trump all set to now enter the White House as well.
Yeah, the interesting part of this whole Elon Musk debate with the grooming gangs and everything is obviously, Elon is not he has no direct influence in UK politics. He's not a British citizen. He doesn't hold any kind of government role here. But there is obviously a close relationship between the UK and the United States. And with the incoming Trump administration, Elon Musk does have a role in that government. Elon has been appointed for this role of leading what they're calling the Department of Government Efficiency, effectively just trying to reduce government spending. I think Elon has put a $2 trillion amount on that of his goal to cut government spending by $2 trillion, maybe more. And he's suggested there'll be cutting a lot of jobs in the US government as well as part of this. So he does have a sort of indirect role, influence on the UK government and that relationship. So it's going to be interesting to see in the coming months whether this grooming scandal thing kind of blows up into something else. But obviously, Elon, I think, is going to be very distracted and focused on the efficiency stuff. He is also running several companies. He's spinning a lot of plates. So it's unclear at this point if this is going to become a bigger thing or if Elon, as often happens with Elon, is going to get bored and distracted by something else in the coming months, and we won't hear much more about this.
All right, many thanks to you, Hugh, for sharing in your precious insights.